Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And yesterday, y'all, I heard a rumor that Tamar might be coming to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, y'all know the season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta is over. All the shit has been put to rest. We know that Sheree is out of the picture. Kim is out of the picture, much to everyone's delight. You know, a lot of people couldn't stand Kim, and she's out. She says she's never coming back. We all know that Kim only went back for the money and to start shit with those videos of alleged roaches in Nene's house and, you know, all the shit that she talks. So people were really sick of her. But I've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta since the beginning. Now, I have my times when I can't take it anymore. I let a few episodes rack up, and then I go back and watch them, you know, to catch up. But sometimes it gets to be too much. And I was saying that, you know, they need to either revamp the cast or add some new, exciting blood into the cast, because the arguments and them getting together just to fight and feud is kind of getting old. You want a little bit more. Real Housewives of Atlanta is one of the best franchises that Bravo has, but they need to do something more. So when I heard this rumor that Tamar was being considered, I was like, what if Tamar really did go on the show? Now, quickly after the rumor came out, Tamar, you know, put out a message that she would not be going to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't think that that is something that Tamar would consider. Tamar is, you know, bigger than that show, just for the fact that she, you know, has been out there singing. She's made a name for herself. She's Toni Braxton's sister. She has the Braxton. She was on a talk show. Her and Vince had their own show. Tamar has a lot going on. But when I got to really thinking about Tamar on that show, I couldn't help but to say, y'all, it would be a good fit. It would be that much needed injection of excitement into that show. Because let's think about it. Tamar is friends with Candy. You know, she was on the Escape tour, and, you know, they had that whole thing going on. So that would be one thing. She is also very much good friends with Nene. Her and Nene laugh together. They have fun together. It's because they're both two divas, and they allow each other to be divas in their own right. So that would work. Now, the other ladies, I was thinking about how Tamar would interact with the other ladies. So let's see who's left. So there's Cynthia. You know, Cynthia really doesn't have a big personality. I think Cynthia would welcome Tamar with open arms. I don't think there would be any problems there, because Cynthia really doesn't set out to be, you know, problematic with anyone. She seems like she would like to get along with everybody. Now, there is Portia. I don't know. I think that Portia would aggravate Tamar. I don't think Tamar would pay that much attention to her, and when she was in Portia's company, I think they might butt heads. I don't know why I feel that, y'all, but I just think that Tamar and Portia would not really get along. I don't know. I think that Portia's reaction to Tamar, I think she might be trying to throw shade. I don't know why I feel that, but I do. I don't think for some reason that those two would hit it off. Just, I don't know. I even thought about how when Tamar was on the tour with Candy and Escape, how there was the whole mess with T.S. Madison and Kaya. You know, Tamar being on the show would bring a lot to the show because Tamar is deeply entrenched into the black community, and she is shady, she's funny, and you can't help but to think about that, when Maddie and Kaya came to the Escape tour, they were thrown out by the Escape. Escape said that they really didn't want them there because of the whole Toya and Reginae thing. Excuse me, y'all. T.S. Madison and Kaya were shading Toya, right, and her daughter Reginae. So because Candy is very, very much a friend of Toya, she wasn't having it. And basically, Kaya and T.S. Madison were thrown out. Now, they said that they didn't come there for any mess, but they, Escape thought they did, and Escape was like, nope, y'all gotta go. I wondered how Nene would react to Tamar being on the show, because Nene strikes me as the type of woman that there can only be one diva. Now, I believe that she's friendly and is friends with Tamar, but I think that if Tamar came on the show, Tamar has such a big personality that I think Tamar would take over the show. I don't think she would be setting out to do it, but just her personality and all of that. Y'all know that Tamar would outshine everyone on that show. And hey, y'all, I'm not even a real big Tamar fan. I don't like or dislike Tamar. I'm just not a big Tamar fan. I have been following all the stuff that's been going on in her life, though, but I'm just not a huge fan of her. But when I think of her on Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all, I can't help but to think that Real Housewives of Atlanta and Bravo couldn't go wrong if they got Tamar on the show. Now, moving on to the rest of the cast. Let's see, who else do we have? Okay, y'all. Can y'all imagine the dynamic between Tamar and Kenya? Lord, Lord, Lord. Tamar and Kenya? Tamar would get Kenya all the way together. Kenya could not pull that diva shit with Tamar because Tamar has quick wit. She has a quick mouth. She can think of comebacks. She's as beautiful, if not more, than Kenya. Tamar, I believe it. Oh, yeah, she is younger. And I don't think Tamar will put up with that bullshit that Kenya, does to other women. If she tried it with Tamar, can y'all imagine the shit that Tamar would say? Y'all, like I said, even though Tamar has put the kibosh on this, saying that no, she wasn't thinking about doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, the more that I think about it, Tamar would be a good addition, even if Tamar only did it for one season. Say Tamar said, okay, I will come on and just do season 11. I won't be on every episode, but I think it would be fun to dabble, in just seeing what it's like being on a reality show. Now, I don't know if, being on Real Housewives of Atlanta would damage Tamar's brand, because you know how shady Bravo could be with different things that's going on in their lives. I heard a rumor that Tamar's home is in foreclosure. Now, I don't know how true that is, because it seems like to me that Tamar has made enough coins to handle her financial business. Now, it might be true. I don't know. I just don't think that Tamar would allow that to happen. And I also think Tamar, has enough money to, like I said, handle her business. There's also the dynamic between Tamar and her sisters, Tamar and her family. All of that would be fodder for Bravo. They would try to show all kinds of negative shit. So I'm wondering if Tamar thought about it and said, you know what, Bravo can be a little shady. I got a lot of stuff going on with my family, with my husband, with my brand, and I don't know if I wanted to do this. Also, if Tamar were to come on the show, I'm wondering, would Vince make an appearance? Because Vince is such a big part of Tamar's life. Now, I know they're going through all of this shit right now. We don't know if they're divorced, if they're still together, if they're just talking about divorce. Are they trying to work it out? We don't know the truth. We hear all these rumors, and we believe one thing one moment, and then the next moment we hear something else in the media, and then it changes what we believe. Honestly, y'all, I don't know what to believe about Tamar and Vince. Vince is so ingrained into Tamar's life that it's going to take a lot for her to break all connections. I think that maybe Tamar doesn't want to be with him, but it's part of her business, her brand, and she knows that it's going to take a while to get all that legal stuff untangled. Now, if she were to come on Bravo, they would exploit all of that. If she signed a contract, they probably would ask her, could you get Vince to appear on the show? We would like to explore what's going on with your marriage and all of that. And I don't know if for Tamar that would be a good thing. I think that, she should, if Bravo comes a knocking, she maybe should pass, because Bravo is in the business of exploiting the women that are on their show. They are in the business of exploiting the marriages, the financial, aspects of each person on the show. And I don't know, if I was Tamar, if I would want that. Although, y'all, again, I will say, I think Tamar is what Real Housewives of Atlanta actually needs. If Tamar, with the power that she has behind her, could sign a contract that said, look, there are certain things that I am willing to discuss or to explore on the show, but my contract is going to be, when I say no, then you guys back off. That means her family, because even though right now there may be problems with Tamar, her sisters, and her mother, that's still her family. That's still her people, her blood. And y'all know that Bravo would exploit that, would delve into the issues that Tamar is having with her family. And they may make that family dynamic worse by fucking with their lives. So I don't even know, if her sisters would agree to come on it, come on Bravo. I don't know if they will agree to do that. I don't know if right now Tamar would want them to do it. I even heard that as close as Tamar and her mom were, they're having problems right now, because I believe that Tamar felt some kind of way when her family, talked about her and Vince's relationship, their marriage, even though Tamar, one by one, talked about her sister's marriages and what she felt that was wrong and all of that. So her sisters feel like, hey, you talk shit about our marriages, it's only fair that we speak on yours. See, Bravo would put a wedge between them. With all the shady shit that Bravo does, y'all, we have watched Bravo over the years find a little nugget and then they will keep kicking that nugget until it explodes and causes damage in that person's life. So as far as Tamar is concerned, y'all, I don't know if it would be a good idea for Tamar to do it. And I'm wondering how this rumor got out. Now, we know when the seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta end, we start to hear rumors about who they are looking at for the next season, especially when one of the cast members have been kicked out and there is a space for someone else. We all know that Sheree's Peach was revoked. You know, she was fucking with Kim, and now she done got herself kicked off the show. So there is actually a spot for someone else. Now, to me, Bravo cannot get some mediocre person to fill Sheree's spot. There's too much going on that show, too much mess. And I think right now that Bravo really needs to think about the next person that they bring on the show. A lot of people are saying that they're tired of all the arguing and bickering, and they want the show to go back to kind of like it was in the beginning when it was fun, you know, in the earlier seasons of the show. So, again, would Tamar be a good fit? What if Tamar decided, you know what, I could do this for a season? Do y'all think that it would be wise for her? Or do you think, like me, it would be a good idea because of who Tamar is, but it would cause so much damage in Tamar's life? Because I don't think that even if Tamar got Bravo to promise that they wouldn't try to exploit the different negative things that, you know, that are going on in her life, I don't think that Bravo would live up to that promise. I want to know what y'all think. Do you think that Tamar would be a good fit like me? Or do you think that look at me, y'all, Tamar. Do you think that Tamar should stay as far away from Bravo as she possibly can? Because Bravo, think of the marriages, think of the relationships, the friendship that Bravo has torn apart. Leave your comments down in the comment section, y'all. As always, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You guys stay safe. Bye-bye now.